All right. Shalom, Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of the great millstone, the teacher of the well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. This is going to be a news update, news flash. All right. MOTB update. This is going to come from the... Pull it up. It's going to come from End Time Headlines. Let me get these ads out the way first. But it says, January 1st, 2026, which is yesterday, the so-called New Year. It says, Elon Musk's Neuralink planning a mass rollout of brain chips. All right. It says, Neuralink, the brain-computer interface company co-founded by Elon Musk, is preparing for a dramatic scale up in production with plans to manufacture brain implants in high volumes by 2026. So they're planning to roll this thing out. You know, they're getting ready to Salaki got people walking by. But they trying to rush this thing ahead. You know, they trying to get this thing into order, which they will. You know, for a short period of time, though. It says, according to reporting from Reuters, Musk said the company intends to transition from limited clinical use to mass production while also introducing fully automated surgical procedures to implant the devices. He stated that Neuralinks, and quote, will start high-volume production of brain-computer interface devices and move to an entirely automated surgical procedure in 2026. This announcement represents a major milestone for the company, which has spent years navigating regulatory scrutiny and technical hurdles. Neuralink received approval to begin human clinical trials in 2024 after the U.S. Food and Drug Administration initially rejected its application in 2022 due to safety concerns. Since then, the company has focused on demonstrating that its technology can be safely implanted and function reliably in real-world conditions. The brain implants are designed primarily to help with people with severe neurological impairments, including paralysis and spinal cord injuries. And this is all they just trying to play the role of God on the earth. Okay. They want to be like the Most High. Let's get a scripture real quick. Oh, this is perfect. Isaiah 14. And verse 12. Excuse me. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And that word Lucifer is not speaking about the spiritual demon Satan. It's speaking about an actual man. Speaking about Esau, Edom. That word Lucifer just means light bearer. That's why they call themselves the Illuminati, because illuminate means light, right? This says, for thou hast said in thine heart, your heart is your mind, I will ascend into heaven, right? I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. Who are the stars of God? The stars of God are the Israelites. I will sit also, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, which is here in America. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. You see, they want to be like the Lord, man. They want to control everything. They want to keep watch on you, right? That's the they're going to use AI. You know, they got surveillance. They want to keep surveillance upon you. This is how they're going to watch you. This is how they're going to keep track of you, especially with that when they ready to implement that chip. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? See, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? You see that? So it's about a man. It's talking about Esau, Edom. All right, so let's go back to the article. It says, the brain implants are designed primarily to help people with severe neurological impairments, paralysis. They can't use their legs. They're stuck in a wheelchair. including paralysis and spinal cord injuries. The device works I'm sorry. That's lucky for the sniffling. I just blew my nose. Just got out of the gym. But it says the device works by interpreting neural signals and translating them into digital commands, allowing users to interact with computers, phones, and other devices using only their thoughts. Musk has described the technology as a way to restore autonomy to individuals who have lost physical mobility. Early human trials have already produced striking results. According to Reuters, patients implanted with Neuralink's device have been able to play video games. Right? It was with that first guy. I forgot his name. Something Norbaugh. I'm probably getting it wrong. But it says browse the internet, control computer cursors, and communicate online without physical movement. It says the demonstrators have helped validate the concept and fueled optimism about broader applications of brain-computer interfaces in medicine. By late 2025, Neuralink reported that 12 people with severe paralysis have received the implant and were actively using it. This growing number of successful cases is a key factor behind the company's confidence in expanding production. And this is the miracles they're going to use. This is left-handed miracles, trying to heal people. This is their left-handed practices. Let's get I think it's Revelation. No. Is it Revelation? Is it 19? Revelation 19 and 20, and the beast was taken, right, with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Okay? It's going to go on your hand or on your forehead. Okay? Your hand or on your forehead. Or wherever they put it. Because you got camps out there who are mocking that Revelation 13:16 isn't the chip. Some say it's a spiritual mark, which that's false. Some say it's Christianity, which that's false. You got a camp that says sleeping with white women is the chip. They just a lot, and we know a lot of these people have taken the bag. But those of you who are just coming into the truth, who are just hearing about this word, you gotta, try the spirits, man. You gotta know who's speaking the truth and who's speaking lies, because there are false prophets out there as well. And we who are speaking the truth, Lord willing, we are those men. We are the men of the Lord that He has set up on this earth in these latter days. We just hoping and praying that we are, because we don't know we are, at this, we don't know if we're of the elect, but we call ourselves the hopeful elect. But those of you who are coming into the truth and who are just, hearing about it, coming into the last hour, you got to know who are the true prophets and who are the false prophets. And the true prophets are the men of Great Millstone. We just don't call it what it is now. The men of Great Millstone are the true men of the Lord. But it says, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. The image is, the image is what they, Salakia. I'm getting distracted by these people walking past. But his image is, it says, and them that worship his image was the system. That's the image. You look around, because this is, Rome all over again. And, all these, the empires before us is speaking of America now, but just more, this is the more, they have a lot more technology in this empire. It says these were both cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. But I want to look at this word miracles. That word miracles in the Greek is semaion, right? Let's see what this says. But it says semaion, it says a sign, token, a mark, that by which a person or a thing is distinguished from others and is known. A sign, prodigy, portent, i.e. an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. So this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to transcend the common course of nature. What humans were supposed to do, or what animals were supposed to do. And let's look up transcend or transcending. Okay, see what the element. See it says on the online etymology. Transcend. Let's see what it says over here. Transcend, escape, inclusion in, lie beyond the scope of, surpass, see, and directly from Latin transcendier, climb over or beyond, surmount, overstep, okay, across and beyond. So they're trying to surpass the limits of human nature. They're trying to surpass of what the Lord has made us to do. You see, they're trying to surpass. That's why they're trying to merge man with machine. You see that? So they're trying to. It says transcending the common course of nature. See that? So let's go back to that. And as you know, you can read this on your own if you like, you know. But it says must emphasize the automation. The automation will be critical to scaling the technology, allowing implants to be placed more efficiently and consistently than traditional surgical methods. You know, you can read more on that, and I got a little quick little video from off YouTube. Got this right here from NBC News.
Zip code. Yeah.
The concept.
So, new technology has helps paralyzed patients move. And this is from NBC News. All right. This was a month ago, back in November. I'll play a little bit of it.
To be the first of its kind anywhere in the world and pioneered by lead investigator Dr. Chad Boughton at Northwell Health's Feinstein Institutes for Medical Research is called the Human Avatar Project.
So this device on our arm is called NewStim, and this is a technology we've spent more than a decade developing. You can now expand the types of patients and the number of patients around the world that you can help, where not everyone has to have a brain implant.
Back in February, we shared Keith's story.
Got it.
Wow.
I'll just play a little bit of that because I don't want to get a copy, you know, a strike. But you can see that they had this in motion. They've been had this in motion already. And I'm pretty sure even before the truth exploded, you know, they've been had this thing, you know, planned. You know, so this is the this is a major process that's about to come to pass, man. We're here in 2026. You know, the so-called New Year, they're about to, you know, roll this thing out. They're getting prepared to roll this thing out quick. You know what I'm saying? They're going to use a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Deceivableness. They're going to deceive a lot of people. Because a lot of people, they you know, they love their families. They love their loved ones. Some can't walk. Some can't do anything. So they're going to play on the people's feelings. Because that's what Esau does. They're going to play on your mind. And they're going to, you know, use this thing, and a lot of people are going to fall for it, and they're going to, you know, get into that trap, and we're going to be looked at as the bad guys, because people are going to be like, well, why speak up against this technology when it's so great and can help people? But this is really for your downfall, because you get this in Revelation 16. I read verse 1, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast. Okay? And upon them which worship his image. You see? So a noisome, grievous sore is going to fall upon those who take this mark, man. Okay? We're going to look that up real quick. Okay? Noisome, kakos, of bad nature. It says, I'm going to go to the point, troublesome, injurious, pernicious, destructive, baneful. Okay? It says, injurious, bad, evil, harm, ill, noisome, wicked. So this can cause you harm. It's going to cause, you know, clots in your hand or wherever you get it at. Okay? Get this word grievous. Move around. People are, you know, out here. It says, let's get this word.
Strong's G 4190. Paneras. Paneras.
It says paneras. It says full of labors, annoyances, hardships. Go straight to the point. It says in a physical sense, diseased or blind. You see? Ethical sense, evil, wicked, bad. You see? So this can be to your detriment. This is not going to be for your good. Okay, and we're warning you about this. We're warning everybody about it. You know? But like I said, in the coming days, we're going to be looked at as the bad guys, you know? So we're warning you now before that day happens. Salakia for the noise. past. You know, this is Babylon. But yeah, this is what we're seeing. You know, so I just want to bring that up real quick. And you know, I saw a video of the. All right, Salakia had to answer a quick call, but where was we at? Well, the point was really made. You know, dealing with this article, Elon Musk, Neuralink planning mass rollout of brain chips, so they're trying to move forward. You know, they're planning to, you know, move this thing out real soon, real quick. You know, I'll get one more. 2 Thessalonians 2. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 7, it says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." And he's doing that through the prophets, all right, through the men of the Lord. They're being revealed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It says, "Even him was coming after the working of Satan with all power." They have all the power in the world, and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So they're going to come with deceit, deception, when they come with this thing, you know. So they're gradually preparing you by, you know, having you can pay with your phone and stuff like that, because they're preparing you to pay with your hand or face scan, you know. But that's really about it on that. You know, Lord, this was edifying. You don't give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and others of great millstone to teach every well. Peace and salutation to the full elect. Lord, we'll be back with another one. To the say, Shalom.